What is up, guys? Welcome to today's video. For this one, we will be focusing on the English Premier League clash taking place on the 6th of November between Tottenham Hotspur and Chelsea Football Club. Now, the last time these two sides met was in February of 2023, with both sides actually struggling quite a bit in the Premier League at the time. Things actually looked okay for the home side when, after a goalless first half, Spurs opened the scoring through Skip. A shot was taken at Kepa, he blocks it, he can't handle it. Chelsea try to clear it and it just ends up at Skip. And he breaks the deadlock. And I mean, the fact that Spurs fans had to wait 46 minutes for that, the entire first half, and it happened so quickly in the opening of the second half, showed that whatever was said at halftime worked. Things got better for Spurs when, in the 82nd minute, Harry Kane doubled their lead. Son Heung-min playing in a corner. It is headed on to Harry Kane at the far post, and he just pokes the ball past the keeper. And that's how the match ends. 2-0 to Spurs on the day. We start off our team analysis with Tottenham Hotspur. It is 4 wins and a single draw in their last 5 fixtures, their last match being a 2-1 victory against Crystal Palace. Standout players for Spurs so far this season, obviously you got to talk Son Heung-min, 8 goals and an assist for him so far this season. Son has become the out-and-out striker at Spurs following the departure of Harry Kane, so he's no longer going to be playing out wide. But I think he's got more than enough capability and more than enough ability in himself to play out that number 9 role. Now, obviously, with Son playing higher up, that leaves a bit of a gap in the central number 10 playmaker role. Up steps James Maddison, the new arrival at Spurs. 3 goals and 5 assists for him so far. Maddison has just fitted in at Spurs so well. I personally, when I look at Maddison, I see a little bit of Luka Modric, but I also see a little bit of Christian Eriksen. But Maddison has still got a long way to go before he reaches those levels. And finally, I want to talk Richarlison. It's 2 goals and 3 assists for him so far this season. Richarlison had a horrible season last year. As a striker, he just wasn't finding the back of the net. I think at one point he actually had more bookings than goals, which for a forward is laughable. But I think that will be his biggest challenge again this season, is that discipline record. You know, I think Richarlison is a player that's got a lot of fire in him, but he needs to translate that to goal output and not immature scuffles on the pitch. Okay, on to the away side. We're talking about Chelsea here. It is 3 wins, 1 draw and a single loss in their last 5 for the Blues. Their last match being a 2-0 win at home against Blackburn in the Carabao Cup earlier this week. Standout players for Chelsea this season, we've got to talk Raheem Sterling. He's the leading goal scorer at Chelsea so far with 4 goals. I think things are going to look a lot better for Sterling this season because he's playing in his preferred role out wide as opposed to being deployed as an out-and-out number 9, which I don't think he can do at all. But I think it will get better for Sterling this season. Next up, we've got to talk Cole Palmer. Now, I think Cole Palmer is the player who's arrived at Chelsea and made the biggest impact by far. Not just this transfer window, but I think in the last maybe 2 or 3 transfer windows. It's 2 goals and 3 assists for him so far. Arriving from Manchester City, looking for more game time. Cole Palmer has found that. He's found the back of the net quite a few times. And I think he's really found his place already in this Chelsea squad. And finally, I want to talk Moises Caicedo. Now, the departure of players like N'Golo Kante and Jorginho left a void in central midfield at Stamford Bridge, and other players like Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo were brought in to fill that void. Now, fair enough, these players are still very young, but this role in central midfield is so vital. You had a player like N'Golo Kante who could, show that drive, determination, that tenacity to keep fighting. These young players need to show that, but to me, so far I think they have a lot to learn still. And yes, they are young, they will have the time to do so. But I think if Caicedo is looking for a match on which to make his mark, this could be it. Okay, on to the S3M2 verdict and the head-to-head. The last 5 meetings between these two sides have ended in a win for Spurs, a draw, and 3 wins for Chelsea. However, one can easily note that in the last season, the pendulum has swung in Spurs' favour. Spurs are looking strong, they're looking clinical. I'm going to side with Spurs here. If you look at the league table as well, that says more than enough. Spurs are first with 26 points. Chelsea are 11th with less than half of that on 12 points. Spurs have yet to taste defeat this season, in the league at least. And I mean, Chelsea, I think it's 3 wins, 3 draws, and 4 losses for them. So right now, defeat is the thing that they're tasting the most. I really don't think that Chelsea can win this one, honestly. I think Chelsea might be able to steal a point here the way they did against Arsenal, but I highly doubt it. I think that Spurs, while they don't have as much individual quality as Arsenal, obviously in my opinion that, but I think as a unit, Spurs are able to do a little bit more than Arsenal. They're able to find a gear. They're able to force the ball into the back of the net. I think luck is really with Spurs this season. Go back to that match against Liverpool, and that says it all. I mean, anybody could argue that that match should be replayed, or Liverpool should have gotten a draw. Liverpool could even have won that match, but at the end of the day, Spurs won it 2-1, and that's all that matters. Right now, Chelsea are very unstable, but I think both sides also benefit from being able to put a full team out for this one. Neither side has to worry about European fixture next week, no Europa League, no Conference League, no Champions League for either one of them. For Spurs, this means that they can focus solely on the Premier League. For Chelsea, it means they can use this season to kind of fix themselves. I think also a very important factor here will be the return of Pochettino to Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Obviously now as a Chelsea coach, but I don't think it will be a comfortable one for him. I think Spurs fans are, while they are appreciative of everything he's done, I think they will be feeling as though, he just sort of jumped ship. But if you look at these two sides, they kind of have traded managers back and forth quite a few times in recent years. You think Antonio Conte, you think Jose Mourinho, and now Pochettino as well. But I think Postecoglou has really found a different gear with the Spurs side. Especially considering that, I mean, they lost Harry Kane. Everybody would have been thinking they're going to be goal dry going forward, and they've done the direct opposite. They've been clinical, they've been efficient, maybe not getting 8-0s or 6-0s, but Spurs are getting the 3 points when it matters. And I think they're going to get the 3 points here again. Hi, thank you for making it to the end of this video. We really appreciate the watch time. And the fact that you took some time out of your day to spend it with us talking about the sport that we all love. If you enjoyed the content, why not, drop a like down below or comment in the comment section. Maybe even consider subscribing to the channel. And I mean, while you are here right now, have a look at some of our old videos too. They should be appearing on the screen right now, along with that subscribe button. So you know exactly what to do. Thank you so much. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. And have a great day out there. And we hope to see you again very soon. Thanks. Stay safe.